It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a good one.
Definitely a different type of process.
Cut down or freeze up.
Being a coach's son.
Jackson, of course, they keep retooling. One stone to face, a hit by pitch. Oh my goodness. I got all these guys right here with, what's your name?
Eli Hall.
Grant Young.
Robbie Cox.
Carter Nagel.
Robert Thomas. Jace Robinson. Jack Morozowitz.
Feel like we're in the Mickey Mouse Club or something, you know what I'm saying? Guys, so in the middle right there, I'm going to let you take the microphone. Look at that. What are you working on today?
Working on today?
Yeah. What do you want to improve on, I should say?
Probably some hitting. Opposite side of the field, getting the ball moving that way instead of pulling the shoulder, working everything out.
With some drive, right?
With some drive on it.
Yeah. So talk to us about that hitting piece. Where were you at last time? What was your average velocity, exit velocity? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Do you guys watch it? Do you guys look at that? Or is it something you just pay attention to a lot?
It's something I pay attention to a lot. I wouldn't say I look deep into it, knowing that, like, I'm on the smaller side. It's not like I'm some giant dude that's raking balls left and right. I'm a lefty. I got pitching with me anyways. So I look more on the pitching side of it instead of the hitting side. But
Okay.
I still look into it.
All right. What do you got going on, bro? I love the flow, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah. Because look, I ain't got none.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Been keeping it since quarantine.
So yourself, you know where you're at?
I'm not sure. I'm going to try work on opposite field because I usually just pull the ball out. And that's
Yeah.
the best at opposite field. I'm just going to be working on that and pitching today.
Very good. Very good. All right. How about you right here? Are are you in with him, or are you a pitcher, or are you a hitter?
I'm a hitter. Well, I can't pitch, but my arm hurts sometimes, so.
Your arm hurts sometimes? Now, we were talking to gentleman as he's hitting over here. There's a little rivalry here, Marquette, Lafayette going on. Are you guys going to beat Lafayette this year?
For sure, yeah. I think we will.
Do you think so?
We're winning the state championship.
I love that. Bold prediction. What's your name?
Grant Young.
Grant Young. You just heard it right here. Right there. I love that. I love that bold prediction. He just said bold prediction that Marquette's going to win championship, bro. That microphone right there. State championship. What do you think about that?
I think that's a stretch.
This is a Lafayette. What's your name?
Chase Raider.
Okay.
Yeah, district. Maybe, but.
Oh, it's going big. We got a lot going on here. Where do you go to school, bro?
Branson, Missouri.
That's right. Branson, and you are where? Rolla. So there's a big difference. Is baseball better? Hand him the microphone right over there. So is baseball better down in the Southwest than the East Side?
No, definitely East Side.
Definitely East Side?
Yeah, we got beat by Liberty.
You got beat by Liberty.
Pretty
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
Well, Liberty's on the West Side. They're just up north.
Yeah, I think they're a lot better.
Because I'm talking East Side, St. Louis area and whatnot. Which is better? Is it Kansas City or St. Louis?
I don't know. I say St. Louis.
Do you?
Yeah.
Although it was Kansas City side that won the state championship
Kansas
this year.
City's they got good teams. But
They do, right?
St. Louis got pretty good teams too.
What is consensus? What do you guys think?
I think East Side's better.
East side's better? East side's better?
Yeah, St. Louis.
Yeah. All right. Well, you heard it right here, folks. The consensus. Hey, guys, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hello, everyone. Welcome inside the Red Earth Production Studios for this edition of YBMcast. Baseball Talk, powered by Game 7 Baseball, game7baseball.com. Get out if you're already there. Hopefully, maybe we'll see it this week. Branson down for the Fall Classic. Look forward to seeing some stuff. I know Penning wants to get his hands on the drone. do some flybys and some spectacular shots. We'll see, but hopefully we'll get some video from the guys next week. Game7baseball.com. Go check it out. Maybe we'll see you at the ballpark. You never know. Never know. This week, though, too, remember, October 5th, Fenton, Missouri, Champions Village, Prime Sports Midwest, Prime Sports, actually. We're going to be out there for the bat demo. Don't miss this. Check it out. We're going to be live at the St. Peter's location. We're going to preview some of the bats that will be at the demo. So you don't want to miss that. 4 o'clock live. We'll be at Prime Sports in St. Peter's. We're gonna talk about the bats that you can demo. So don't miss this, man. Big event, bat demo. Going to be a lot of bats. Last year was a lot of fun. We'll be out there again on Saturday. Make sure you head on out from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., Drew? 1 p.m. There'll be some giveaways, all kinds of, they're going to do a tent sale. They got, go check out the merch. Great baseball merch out there from Prime Sports. Big event this Saturday, October 5th. Be there. Aloha. Don't miss it. Check it out live on Thursday. That would be what? 4 o'clock. That's right. We're going to do a bat preview, bat demo preview. Check it out. All right. Enough of that. Let's move on. All by my lonesome one. Mr. Mulder is out doing his job. He's doing some scout days and whatnot. So, but we're going to talk about some of the kids we've seen at the fall game, from the fall games, highlighting some of these players, the impact that we think they'll make on their team, what we see of these players, talking about them moving forward. And not just here in the St. Louis area, but also outside. And we're going to start with a young man from Springfield, Missouri, Nate Lask, Springfield Catholic High School. They've been Class 5 the last couple years because they are a product of their success. And the way Misha does that, especially with private schools, you win a lot, you get bumped in class, and last year they competed, though, but man, the district they were in was just brutal as well. You had Branson, Marshfield, you had West Plains, and Willard in that. Oh, my goodness. You know, Willard was the Class 5 state champion last year. So, and we saw Springfield Catholic last year when we were down. They played Nixa. And so it'll be interesting to see how Mr. Lask comes up. He's a catcher, first baseman, 2026, and he had a pretty good outing at the. Oh shoot, I got to go backwards. I'm sorry. At the event, when we saw Mr. Lask, he not the fastest of runners, but swings the bat extremely well. There it is. We're going to go to some statistical categories here. Exit velo max, 100.6. What I always look at, though, I love this, the average, 86.7. And the big thing to me is he's got a 73% sweet spot percentage. 73% sweet spot. That means you're barreling the baseball. Max distance, 361. Again, I think one of the things that, you'll see, some of these guys work on, can they get faster? He had a 7.31, 60. Hard hit percentage was 36. His bat speed, 72.1 at the max, and a max hand speed of 20.5. Getting your hands through the zone. Pop time, 193 to 198, which, as we talk about, it's interesting. You see these stats here in a environment where you don't have a batter, you're the pitch, the coach is throwing it to you, the anxiety of the game, whatnot. 193, 198, you're going to translate that into a game at a pretty good pop time. So I think that is always, you look, maybe you're adding Is he going to be a 2 to 2.2 in a game? Yeah, that's going to throw a lot of high school kids out, man. If your pitcher is doing his job. Most high school catchers are stolen on because their pitchers don't know how to hold runners. That's a fact. Not bagging on pitchers. It's just a lot of high school kids don't know how to do it. It makes it very difficult because you see a 193, 198 here in a showcase. That means he's translating a pretty good pop time during a game. But how quickly can you get the ball to the catcher? What's the jump? How well have you held the runner? And I think those things are hugely important. 81 mile an hour catcher velo. It's got a good solid arm. So I think it's going to be interesting. Springfield Catholic is a team that I think be one to watch. It's going to be very interesting to see how they come back this year. They had a good squad last year. They got a lot of young guys. Head coach Courtney Spitz down there. It'll be interesting if they drop down a class. That will be something I'm looking forward to seeing if they drop down a class this year, or maybe it's next year. But if they're in Class 5, District 6 again, I think they'll be able to compete. It'll be interesting. We'll hope to get Coach Spitz on a preview here as we move towards the season. But Nate Last plays for Driving Force. I think this is a young man to pay attention to, and it'll be fun to watch as we see him with Springfield Catholic. Next on the agenda, oops, went to the wrong button there, is a young man named Brody Pant. Also from that Springfield, down in that area, southwest Missouri, Carl Junction High School. Carl Junction High School is a Class 5 from District 7. Head coach Phil Cook. And District 7, Class 5 District 7, again, you know, Belton High School, McDonald County, also a pretty good program. Warrensburg, we've talked about Warrensburg. I think that high school team, you got Eli Anderson there. You got Charlie Morgan coming up on that team. That's going to be interesting. We've seen those kids. Webb City, always, man. Webb City's just a tough team down there. So not an easy district. It'll be interesting, and they're coming off a pretty good year down there in Carl Junction. So Brody Pant, though, we saw him, and this young man, he was pretty impressive. Really enjoyed watching his workout. Not a big guy, plays for Wow Factor in the summer. Not a tall guy, but he is big. He's just stocky. Looks like a linebacker. 2026 class. 96 max on the exit velocity, 81. His sweet spot, 33%. You know, again, I think that's where I think we get a little caught up in these in the bats. You know, you can hit a ball a long way. I know the BB cores, yeah, they're not as hot as the old style bats, but still, you got a bigger sweet spot. I hope these guys start working out with wood bats in the winter, because your sweet spot's much different. Learning how to barrel the baseball much more consistently. I mean, there you go. Speed 7, basically 7 flat in the 60. Infield velo 76 miles per hour. You know, I like this kid. I mean, we saw him again. Let me go to this metric with him. I thought it was interesting. Hold on just 1 second for me. Boom. We're going to go down. Yep. We're scrolling. That's the way that works. We got to go to the next page, Drew. Yeah, there he is. So, you know, again, we saw some pretty good stats from him, but I think that, a 96 and 81.9 is longest distance 356. So he's putting the ball deep, and fly ball percentage, line drive percentage, all those things are there. But I think it'll be interesting to see how these teams, Carl Junction, we don't get a lot. There it is. I knew I was forgetting something, but I was able to find this young man on Game Changer, and last year he had a pretty good batting average, 330. His OBP was 402, an OPS of 993. And he slugged 591. 5 doubles, 3 triples, 7 home runs. Brady Pant hit last year. 26 ribbies with 31 runs scored, 12 base on balls. Struck out probably a little more, 24 times. So that's, I think, a little bit high. 6 stolen bases, but overall, I mean, that's at 115 ABs hitting 330. So he showed some real consistency there, led his team in hitting, for Carl Junction. So I think it'll be interesting to see how he comes back. He's a 2026, just a junior. Looking forward to seeing how he impacts that team down there in Carl Junction. Okay, Brody Pant, we just watched him hit, I think, 5 out of the park here. How'd you feel about that round?
I felt good. Didn't hit a lot of barrels. Couldn't really. Pitching machine's kind of hard to hit off of sometimes, but
timing, right?
yeah, timing.
Yeah.
But I think I finally kind of got used to it and started hitting some barrels, hit them out.
Yeah, I think there's 5. You hit the ball pretty well. Is that, you felt good about your exit velo? Or you don't even think about the exit velo there, do
I
you?
don't even know what I got, actually. Yeah, I have no clue.
Don't look, don't think.
No.
You'll go back and look at the numbers,
Yeah,
right?
hopefully, yeah.
So that round here, what else you got left here today? Just the ball game?
Just the game.
Yeah.
I already ran, I already threw, so.
So you feel good about your day overall?
Yeah, so far, yeah.
Very good, very good. And where do you go high school, buddy?
Carl Junction in Missouri.
Carl Junction, one to watch here. Look at that. Thanks for stopping by.
Yep, thank you.
Now we're going to get back into our area, our neck of the woods. We're going to go down to Lafayette High School. Jonah Nosovich. I hope I am pronounced, if it's Nosovich or Nosovich. Couldn't remember, but we got a video that we're going to show you here in just a minute. Actually, you know what, Drew? We'll roll that now. At these two guys, Carson Howard, Jonah Nosovich, just finished a good round here, guys. What do you feel about it?
Well, felt good. Felt like I was getting a
Pull it
couple
up there
barrels.
so people-
Felt good. Felt like I was getting barrels. Hitting it to the middle of the field. Just working everything I can. I was kind of rolling over at first and just looked at timing, and the last two felt really good and felt like a mash. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That line drive you hit at the end there, I think you were, like you said, you were rolling over a little bit, got on top of the ball a little more than you wanted to, but those last few, man, I thought they were really nice.
Yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely. Guys, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
It was an interesting conversation talking with Nosovich. He's a St. Louis legacy in the summer, plays for Brian Kessler over there. Nice young man, and that's always nice when you get a chance to talk to these young guys. I always have it's always fun. So here we have Nosovich and 93 5 exit velo. We're gonna pull up some of this stuff that we saw at the games. His average 84.5, which is pretty good. I like that. The sweet spot percentage for Nosovich, 55%. And when so I think he showed pretty well there as well. And we're going to take a look at, some opportunities. Here's a kid that's 2026, Lafayette. Lafayette just finished second in the state last year. So what does that mean? Well, and let's take a look here. I think he got some ABs last year. Didn't have a big a lot of ABs at the varsity level. He had 16 ABs. He scored 2 runs, 3 hits, had a double in that with 3 RBIs. So small sample size on the varsity level. I'm sure he's going to get some run at it this year. Lafayette lost quite a few seniors, this past season, losing guys like Xander Schmidt, Paul Pratt, Tyler Oswald, Will Gebhardt's gone. So you've got Michael Callahan coming back, James Doley, Ren Fiss, Landon Martin, and here it says that Jonah Nosovich is a 2025. So I'm not quite sure, which is which. We'll have to see. Maybe it was I can't remember off the top of my head, but they got him here as a 2026. So somebody has a typo in here, Drew. But I think, I really enjoyed watching this, talking to this young man. I think he's got some pop there and some future. But, we will see what gives and what goes on there. Next, and I think, but here's the other thing. I want to come back to this. I'm sorry. I should have done this real quick. How much of an impact can he make? You're talking about a team that just came off a second place finish in state, losing those guys. You're talking about a district they were in, District 2. You've got Eureka, you got Kirkwood, you got Lebanon, Marquette, Parkway South, Vianney, Waynesville. Tough district. We'll see if those things change. Sometimes, logistically, it'll be interesting to see how Misha does that. We won't know the new districts until about maybe a day before the season starts, or maybe a day or two after the season starts, after they start playing. So that's always interesting as well. So we'll find out. So we'll come back here and move along. So looking forward to seeing what Jonah Nosovich does there. We'll be following that, looking at Lafayette. Maybe we'll get a chance to talk. We got a few St. Louis Legacy guys here that we can, in the future we'll get over. And, in our winter workout tour, we go over and do some lives and talk about some of these guys that are at Legacy and playing at these schools. So next guy I want to talk about, we brought him up last time with Mulder, because this kid is a dynamic athlete, and that is Osar Tate out of Lutheran North. Class 3, District 5. The head coach over there is Earl Green. Osar he's quite the player. This guy, we're going to bring this back up, and let me get over here. And he ran a 6.62 60 at this event. Power strength 14.0, infield velo 83. That shows you this young man is quite the dynamic athlete. He showed very well in the position, also in hitting. It's just this is a guy that 92.5, and he's not just a huge big guy, but 92.5, so he's hitting the ball hard. And I love the exit velo average, 84.9. Great bat speed, 74.2. Hand speed is really good. I don't get in hard hit percentage. Sweet spot, I love that, 63%. Distance max 351. So this is a guy that makes a lot of things happen for you. He's as I said, dynamic athlete. And he was playing at Lutheran North. Lutheran North, they've got some struggles. They lost to Duchesne in the districts. We'll look and see that real quick, because their district there is pretty tough, because you've got I went to the wrong one. There we go. Hang on. I'm getting there. Right, Drew? They're in a district with Duchesne, who won the state championship last year in Class 3. So I think that makes an impact. You know, you're in District 5 with Duchesne, Metro, Priory. Priory was another good team. That was somebody in Class 3 last year. So it'll be interesting to see if Duchesne maybe gets that kick up to Class 4 after winning the championship. We'll see. Private school and all, Lutheran North. We'll see what Coach has there for these guys. But, I mean, impact-wise, Osar Tate led the team with a 407 batting average. He was on base with 507, slugging 610. That's an 1,100 OPS. 9 doubles, a home run, 26 ribbies. I love this stat, though. When I look down here at Osar, 12 base on balls, only 2 Ks. He only struck out twice and had 43, folks, 43 stolen bases. Listen, in high school, that's running up and down all over everybody. I'm telling you, that is an impressive stat. So he not only has the speed, he knows how to use it. I love that about Osar Tate. It'll be interesting to see how this team continues to gel and come together as far as, their growth. They've struggled. They only lost 3 seniors, so they got a lot of guys coming back. 2025's a lot of young guys in the 2026 class, along with Osar Tate. He was first team all conference, shocker. First team all district. I'm shocked. You want to see my shocked face? Not. So we'll see what happens here. Looking forward to seeing how Osar can make an impact. Okay, moving on here. Next on the list, we've got another young man that we've talked to for quite some time, but starting to see him a little bit more, and that is Brandon Ott. Got a lot of legacy guys in here, man. That wasn't on purpose. It was just how it happened. DeSmet Jesuit, Class 6, District 3. Head coach is Tim Canavan. Again, here's one of those Class 6 schools. District 3, not easy. And there was some MCC, CBC, and SLU. Pattonville's another team there that gives some struggles, but DeSmet's going to be right in there again. I think that's going to be one that they'll be contending for. And if we take a look at what Brandon's contributions, he's at 2026. I think no. Hang on, I'm going to come back to this. Hold on just a second. I got to get these in order. Boom. I think he's at 27. Yes, Brandon's a 27. I don't want to speak out of turn. 2027. Okay. Make sure I had the right. He didn't have any stats offensively, but he was a factor with his arm, which is really good, and we'll come back to that. For DeSmet last year as a sophomore, he was 5-1. He had pitched in 8 games. And he started all 8 games, had a complete game, a 2.66 ERA for Brandon. And I'm going to go down and look at, I love the opponent's batting average. That's always a stat for me that I always like to look at. 237, not bad as a sophomore. And he had 21 Ks, 16 walks. Maybe a little high as whip, 1.48. You maybe want to see that down. Ks to walk ratio is 1.31. But 5-1, my goodness. 5-1 with the 2.66 ERA. So that's pretty good stuff. Only 11 earned runs, 15 total runs. So he come out in his sophomore season, did very well. At the fall games when we saw him a lot with the bat. He had the bat on his shoulder and was working that. But I want to look at some of his pitching stats because I think those are there. He's got some really good stats as far as hitting as well. So he's not just a threat with his arm, but he is a threat with his bat. 85 max. He showed there his velo range was 82 to 85. Spin rates were really, really good. 22.78 on his fastball. There you go. And I want to go over to the hitting side, what he did as far as that as well, because I think that's interesting here. Let's see if he's a guy that puts it, that what he showed as far as his ability to swing the bat. You know what? I'm going to do this real quick. It's easier. My fault, guys. My fault. And as we look at the top guys as far as with the bat, he's right in there. 91.6 max on the exit velo. His average 79.5. Big distance. He's a big kid. He's like 6'5". So he is swinging the bat pretty well. And also the sweet spot percentage I thought was pretty good as well. So when you look at that, it's hard to gauge that. Those are things that when you start talking about people and what they do. I love this curveball, 62 to 70. That was from 23. So in September of 2020, that's when we were out there, wasn't it? September 22nd. 97.5 max. Exit velo, average 88.3 at 331 max. Hand speed, 24.5. Infield velo, 86. So it'll be interesting to see if he gets an opportunity in the field or if they just keep him on the mound, what Coach Canavan does there with Brandon Ott. But that's always fun to look at. This kid could be a two-way. We'll see. We'll get Mr. Mulder's thoughts on some of that as we move forward. He always likes to go see where his mind sees him projecting on the mound or with the bat. Might be a little too early to tell right now with Brandon. So, but we're looking forward to seeing him. How will he make an impact on that? He already made it on the mound, so it'll be interesting to see if he can make an offensive move there for DeSmet and Coach Canavan. Okay, now we have the Golden Locks. That's what threw me off. Brandon Ott with us here. Brandon, what you working on here today? What's your goals?
I'm hoping to change all of my numbers that we have because I've definitely gotten a lot bigger than last time I came down here. I put on like 30 pounds, so I'm hoping I can throw it a little harder, and especially on the infield too, because my infield was not as good last year as I wanted it to be. I'm hoping to hit it a lot farther too.
Oh, there you go. What was your infield last year? Do you remember?
High 70s. Yeah, high 70s.
So if you're in the mid 80s, you feel
even
if you get into the 80s, right?
Yeah. 80s will be good for me.
There you go.
Hoping I sit around there.
So high school, DeSmet. You
Yep.
guys looking to do some damage this year?
Oh yeah. Well, it should be really good this year. We're like senior dominant, so all of our players are nice and big and grown and.
That may, like you, right?
Yeah, right. Not
Exactly.
yet.
So you're getting ready to hit.
Yep.
But we're gonna watch this. We'll get some video. We want to
Okay.
see it stroke a couple. The
Yeah.
wind is blowing in your face, so it's gonna be tough, right?
Yeah, it is. Hoping I can still get it through, but
There you go.
I don't know just yet. I'll figure it out.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for stopping by.
Of course. Thank you for interviewing me.
Absolutely. I'm going to finish today with a couple of coaches' kids. I always think this is interesting. A couple of 2026 guys, and they're coming into teams that have lost a lot of seniors. So I think it'll be interesting to see how you see a couple of coaches' kids make an impact on teams when they've lost a lot. Do they take a little more leadership role? How hard is that? I think it's always tough. How do you set yourself as a leader? How do the players perceive you? What's your relationship? Always a tough thing. And we'll start with Ryan Horn, CBC Class 6 District 3 head coach. Mason Horn, his dad, met Ryan at an event at a coaches clinic that Coach Horn helped us with. And so it was a really interesting conversation with Ryan. and enjoyed that. But this young man can play some ball, folks. He's not. There he is, Mr. Horn. Plays for Legacy as well, and at the fall games, 89.9 max on the bat. Position stats. Let me see if we can get something there. I think he ran a pretty good. I think it was 7. He was in the low 7s, so he showed pretty well with speed. Infield velos. Let's see if we can see where. Oh, I just need to go right here. Boom. There it is. Infield velo 76. I think it'll be interesting to see what he's able to do when he's in those situations. I'm sure him and his dad have talked about it. He's playing high-level baseball. I always think that's a tough thing, though, for kids. You know, when they're coming into something like that, how do they handle those things? This young man, his hand speed is really good with the bat. I like the hard hit percentage, 92 max. Shows he ran on September 7th, 24. He ran a 6.8760. Infield velo 76. Showing well. Looks like he's playing in the middle infield. Looks like it. Yeah, third base, shortstop, actually on that side. So there you go. CBC, Coach Horn, his son coming up. I want to look. I don't know that he. I didn't see any stats. He didn't play last year, but I want to look at this real quick because I think it's interesting when you look and see what the roster. I mean, they're losing Tyler Ellis, Jake McGee, Derek Pitts, Nick Rollo, Max Spillman, Connor Suthers, Lenny Tocco, Tyler Weber. These are all seniors. Logan Winkleman out, so you got some guys coming back. Bryce Edmonston, Reed Hunter, Anthony Tocco will be back. Michael Sievers will be back. So it'll be interesting to see how he fits that. Grant Meerhoff, another 2026. Austin Baldwin, catcher. GT Taylor, 2026. So there's some talent there. How does Ryan Horn fit into that as a player? And I think it'll be interesting to see how he does. Next on the list, did we have that video? We missed Brandon, didn't we? We missed the interview. So we're going to show that right now. I'm sorry I went through that. We didn't get a chance to talk with Coach. We talked with Coach Horn at the event, but I didn't get a chance to talk to his son. We'll put that in. Let's go ahead and play Brandon's interview. I know I messed that up, Drew, but we'll do that. Or no, we already played it? Oh, we already played it. I'm sorry. I got you. Okay, never mind. Moving on. Travis Hill, Fort Zumwalt East, alma mater of my children, Coach Hill. We did get a chance to talk with Travis. We saw him there and whatnot. Let's roll that video real quick. Okay, guys. Start down there. Names.
Drew Weiss, Tyler Cook,
Cooper DeManuel.
Travis Hill.
So I know everybody else except for you. What's your name again?
Tyler Cook,
Tyler, where do you play ball?
Liberty.
Liberty.
High school, yeah.
Winsville?
Yeah.
Are you guys going to be good?
We'll be all right.
You be all right?
Yeah.
I like Coach Reeder.
Yeah, I do like Coach.
But I got to ask you, you guys are moving into the South this year.
Mm-hmm.
How's that sound?
Something different. Definitely something different.
It's definitely something different. Yeah, you get to play Howell Central.
Yeah.
You get to play Howell.
Mm-hmm.
You get to play Fort Zumwalt West.
Yeah.
Not that you didn't play those guys before, right?
Yeah.
Did you play them before?
No, we didn't play them last year. We played Howell North. We played Howell.
Yeah.
We didn't play West.
All right.
So it's a little different.
So Cooper, are you guys guys going to win this conference this year?
We have a shot. Good shot.
Do you think so?
100%.
I mean, you split with Hal last year.
Yeah.
Yeah?
100%, yeah.
Okay. All right. We're getting up some GAC stuff here, man. We're having some fun with this. All right. Let's talk about we're here, whatnot. You're getting ready to hit, right?
Yeah.
What number are you looking to put up?
It's like a low 90s. Just want to hit some line drives and be consistent on the barrel.
I like that. Consistent on the barrel. Did you hit already, Travis?
Yes, I did hit. I didn't get any numbers yet, but I thought I had a decent round.
Okay. Feel good about it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I feel good.
Line drives?
Yep.
I like line drives. You know, because do you guys think it's better just to be more consistent on the barrel?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Do you think that's where?
Maybe for the last few you can pop a few, but for the first.
I'm sure we couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I feel like line drives are good for the first. I think you got like 12 swings over there, but like for the first couple for sure, try to hit line drives and then.
That's where your numbers
drives.
come, the consistency, right?
Yeah, 'cause
It's-
I feel like, the more you hit line drives, the more you get a feel for it. I feel like.
It's nice to pop a big number, but
Yeah.
it's also good if you're sitting at 88
Oh, yeah.
consistently, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm sure your dad would agree with that, right? I know, because he's a coach's son right here. That's all I know. So, but guys, good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Don't get down, man. Stay up. All right?
Yep.
Tough conference. You guys, they're over in the Central. South's down. You know Liberty.
Yeah.
You guys going to win it?
That's the plan. We're going to try.
We'll see. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy talking with Travis. And again, talking with coaches' sons, it's always interesting how they see the game. That's with Coach Horn's son as well. That leadership. These guys are listening, talking baseball pretty much all the time with their dads. They see those things. They understand, I think, the game a little bit better personally. Just what I think. Travis, second base, shortstop. It'll be interesting to see where he gets on the field with Fort Zumwalt East. As I've heard, they're going to have an opening at shortstop. We won't get into that right now. So I could see him playing shortstop this year for Zumwalt East. Whereas I don't know if Brendan Pyle's going to be back there or not, but so that'll be interesting to see. But he had a pretty good event. Plays for Premier Baseball Academy in the summertime. Let's see here. Ran a 7.19 showing speed, infield velo 77. His hand strength 11.9. Showing pretty well there. We're going to go back over here to, let's see what we got with some 86.7 on the max exit, 79.6, 310 distance, 44% sweet spot percentage. Hand speed's good. Bat speed, I think it's interesting. I like the 22 mile an hour hand speed, getting your hands through the zone. Always a good thing. 78 mile an hour infield velo. This one will be interesting, especially to see where he is. And I think with what he didn't have a lot of contribution. Again, they had a pretty senior heavy team there with Zumwalt East last year. And so I think it'll be interesting to see where he comes in this year and makes an impact on this team. And I think he will. I think Travis is going to have an impact on this team. He had, I think he did a lot of pinch running for when he came up and played varsity. Went in maybe for some defense at second base here and there. He didn't get a lot of at-bats. One at bat, but he scored 8 runs. And I think that's a product of doing the courtesy run for the catcher. When you score runs, they give it to you. That's the way it works, I guess. So definitely going to see how he impacts this team moving forward. And that's the other part of this. Here's another team that lost. I mean, you're talking about Jackson Carter, Noah Foster, Gavin King, Hunter Mills, Josh Moore, Maverick Schultz, Brandon Weber, Aiden Wheeler, Eric Williams. all gone from that team. It's going to be a very youthful team. Only 2 seniors at this point that we see, Grant Bishop and Carter Hollingsworth. Oh, excuse me, Aiden Horn coming back. Ryan Cleathermos, Lonnie Land, excuse me, the 4th, and Carson Page. Those are it's going to be interesting to see with Travis, Kevin Morgan, Dominic Pandolfo. You're going to rely on a lot of youngsters to come up and fill some spots. So I think this is going to be an interesting one, very dramatic changes for this team. How does a coach's son step into that role? It's tough gig, man. I think it'll be fun to watch. So there's a look at some players that we saw at the fall games, how they're impacting their, what we'll maybe see them impacting their high school teams. We rolled that video. Did we catch all the videos that we needed, Drew, today? Okay, good. We hope you enjoyed that as much as we enjoyed bringing this information to you. We love talking baseball and showcasing these players from around the state. We'll hope to do some more. We'll continue this roll through the state and these players. And as we start towards our winter workout tour, a lot of fun, a lot of good stuff ahead. So thanks for tuning in. We do appreciate it. Please, if you like what we're doing, hit the subscribe button. That always helps. The algorithm. Subscribe, hit the dinger next to it. That helps as well. If you like what we're doing, please hit the like and subscribe. Hit the all those things help. The algorithm helps build and other people can see. We get more stuff on YouTube that way. Appreciate you doing it, folks. Don't forget, come out, bat demo Saturday, October 5th, 9 to 1, Prime Sports, Fenton, Missouri, 1550 Ocello Drive. Tune in live, 4 o'clock. We're going to preview the bats that will be at the demo. Looking forward to it. Everybody have a great day in the Lord. All you pitchers, keep throwing strikes, and hitters, hit them where they ain't. We'll see y'all next time.